Hello, everybody, and welcome to Behavior Bites. My name is Brad.
And I am Mike, and we are also joined by our producer, Callie, who's behind the camera.
Hey.
All right, housekeeping. We have our very own YouTube channel now, so do us a favor, like and subscribe so we can keep this thing moving, right? Today, we are going to continue our series on logical consequences. Specifically, today we're going to be talking about a logical consequence called loss of privilege. Go, Mike.
All right, so what is it? That is, if a kid is engaging in inappropriately or not appropriately in an activity or with a certain materials or something like that, they've lost the privilege to engage in that activity or to use those materials.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's talk about what it's not, okay? This is not that approach that sometimes we hear about where it's because you were bad, I'm not going to let you do this activity. Mike, that's very power control centric, isn't it?
Yeah. So if we think about it this way, a kid is going to play a game. They're not following the rules, or maybe, the game pieces they're not using correctly. They haven't demonstrated that they have the skills to appropriately play that game. So they're going to lose that privilege for now.
Yeah.
Then us as educators, we can build those skills in the kids. We can teach them how to do that correctly. And once they've demonstrated that, then they regain that privilege again.
As we move into this next part, you guys, please remember those 3 R's, right? Any consequence that I put into place for my student needs to be relevant. It needs to be reasonable. And guys, let's be respectful to our students.
Yeah. Now, when Brad and I were planning out this video, we thought the best way to show how this is done is to kind of rapid fire a bunch of examples at you all. So here we go.
All right, this is pretty blatant. A student is waving scissors around, right, in art class. And so guess what? You don't get to use the scissors for the rest of art class. We're just going to keep everybody safe.
Yeah. Or you have 2 kids that are continually talking to each other, maybe during a quiet, independent work time. The privilege that they currently have is to sit next to each other. They will lose that privilege until, again, they've gotten the skills where they can sit back together again during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A kid is using the playground equipment inappropriately or unsafely. Mike, I always had kids that were climbing up the outside of the slide, drove me crazy, right? So guess what? Since you're not able to use this equipment safely, you're going to have to pick another area for recess for the rest of today's recess. Go play soccer or something.
Or you have a student that's logging into an inappropriate website or using their computers inappropriately. It's pretty logical that they would lose the privilege of using that piece of technology for a short amount of time until they've shown that they can, use it respectfully and use it, responsibly.
This last one is actually my favorite one because I've unfortunately had a lot of kids that did this. You have a kid and they're the line leader and they're doing a great job, except every single classroom they go to, he's sticking his head inside the classroom and like waving at the big kids. It's not okay. So here's the deal. If you want to be the line leader, you got to do a good job as line leader. You weren't. So for today, you're not going to be the line leader. We'll give somebody else a shot.
Yeah. So now think of how this sounds. Like it's almost like a mindset shift.
Yep.
Is that it's not punitive. It's a neutral tone. It's very factual. You don't have the skills to do this right now, so you just simply can't do this. It's just a very just calm, logical approach to a consequence.
Yeah,
So,
we're pushing pause until we can teach the skills. All right, gang, there are 2 more videos in this series that you guys can check out right now. So get over there and look at them. And in the meantime, go forth and do good things.